This is a Emergency Broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to the Uncle the Podcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the start of the show, Uncle.
403, I believe.
That's right.
403. So everybody that we've been gone, the sidekick here, we had too much stuff to do. Mm-hmm. And we were off for about 2 weeks.
A few weeks, yeah.
It's too long for me.
It was too long. It was too long. We're glad to be back here now. Happy to be making a show. We are on Ochelli.com every Friday night where we can be. We're back again. We are going to take calls as we always do. Phone number 319-527-5016. So if you do happen to be watching this anywhere, you can call that number. And when you do, you will come on to the show, 319-527-5016. Anybody that happens to be watching on whatever streaming platform that you're watching on, and we are on YouTube, we are on Twitch, we are on TikTok, and we're also on Rumble, and of course Ochelli.com, the main one as always. So if you're listening, call up and we'll talk to you, and it'll be a good time. We've, as Uncle said, been busy, but we're here now, so we're glad to be doing this. And Uncle, what's happening? What's going on here?
I just was talking about the soccer games.
Soccer, yeah.
I was into soccer, watching soccer games these days. This tournament going on.
World Cup.
It's interesting. Now I can see why these people look like bananas over here. Two of them here have him and his other half is with bananas. Banana peel people here. Now I see why they are talking about this, the empires.
Soccer referees is what I'm talking about. Yeah. My wife and I both were referees for AYSO soccer because our kids played soccer and we were refs for it. And so we have been, bananas being the yellow shirt that you wear. So that's what's going on in case anybody wasn't quite sure.
Want to know what that was meant, but that's what it's mean.
Uncle, have you noticed in the World Cup, in some of the games, there are banana refs. They're wearing the yellow shirts, but in others, they're wearing a different color shirt.
No, I have noticed.
You have.
A black.
Mm-hmm, black.
Green.
Yep. Blue.
And blue, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that. What's the object of these webs now about that? I'm going to have this conversation.
I think that the reason is that they wear the color that they know neither team is going to be wearing on the field. Oh. So sometimes there will be a team like America played Australia today.
Right.
Australia was wearing all yellow, an all yellow kit they had on.
Right. So they made them black. So they had their blacks on.
Yeah.
I was just wondering about that because I'm seeing they're not all the same colors because of what team is playing. I understanding how they work now. Mm-hmm. Now on these zebras or these bananas people.
I don't know if there's anything else to it other than that. I'm just assuming that's what it is.
That's probably what it is. It
seems to be
something like that. So
there you have it. They're not always bananas, but sometimes. Yeah. And we sure like that bright yellow. It's easy to see them out there.
Yeah.
Once again, 319-527-5016 if you want to call. I'm not sure if anybody's out there. Uncle, in addition to not doing this show in a few weeks, we haven't been doing TikTok much. I did the first TikTok today in weeks.
Well, we done one. Yeah, you done one about the soccer. Mm-hmm. We got to push a little more of the TikTak and more of things to do on it. Because I'm losing people, I've noticed, I'm dropping some.
That was a rumor, Uncle. Somebody around here said that we lost followers. That's not happened.
I never lose customers or whoever's rooming it. They better cut it out. I mean, cut it out. Yeah, stop trying to push them to trying to catch up with me. That's not going to happen. Meaning one person name. Your other side. My other side's trying to catch up to you? Is that it? You're talking about in follower count? In following catch-up. Yes. Following catch-up. Really? Is that? I didn't even know that was going on. I noticed that's what's going on. Really? Don't you notice what's happening here? I understand this TikTak stuff. Okay. And I know that's what she's trying to do. Okay. So we better get on the ball and start doing some more. Well, I agree with that. Slack off this stuff because of her being on TikTak, thinking she can catch me. That's a joke. Not happening. No. That ain't going to happen. Okay, all right. I didn't realize there's this kind of competition. There's this competition there. That's all right. I'm just letting you know because I gave that one for tonight to tell you. I gave that on the show to tell you. Tell me about it. Okay, that's cool. Well, yeah. There is one thing I want to do, though. Okay, what's that? I want to go back to that man that you were discussing in that store about doing TikTak. Human computer? Yeah. You want to go back to human computer? I've seen them there. They're there. They're there. You're talking about the store is still there. And they're there. I want to get back to that man. I do like that as a format where we go to like a weird local business and we just like talk to the owner and the person working there or whatever. And, we do a little TikTok of that. I think that'd be great. The human computer, they were a little thrown off by us when we were in there before, but I think if we went back, they would remember us. I believe that they would. And they might be willing to do a video, maybe. I don't know. It'd be a good possible if it... But we have to speak it better, talk to it better, because I think the wife got understood it, but the husband sort of was off, didn't really understand what we were trying to do. Yeah, that's my thing. Maybe. I thought about it. Yeah, they were trying to understand what the hell our deal was, and good luck to anybody on that front, but we might go back and do that again sometime. I would like that. Beyond quiet back there. Human computer, everybody, for all of your computer needs here in the wonderful city of Riverside, California. And that's we don't have any official endorsement with them, but we are endorsing them just because, hey, why not? They're a local business. That's the only reason. So there's that. The dog is now in the room with us, so that's maybe good. I don't know how you what's happening. Whether we like it or not, that's what's happening. So that's good. No calls because we've been gone for so long. Nobody knows we're even here. I know that. I don't blame my customers if they haven't been there. Why it should be, It's nobody's fault. Let me see. I'm on the YouTube. I'm looking at the YouTube, trying to see what for views maybe are going on YouTube. It's hard to tell. We're streaming out. Looks like somebody is watching on YouTube. So hello, YouTuber. If you want, you can leave a message in the chat or get in the YouTube live chat and we'll definitely see the comment. Oh, wait a minute. Did somebody leave one? Oh, we've got Nick Gamer. Nick Gamer 2693 over at YouTube, who says, hello. Hello. So hello, Nick Gamer. Thank you for showing up and for being in the chat. Well, it worked, Uncle, so that's exciting. So not too bad. Right on cue. We asked if you're there to send a message in the chat, and it worked. And we're very happy to have you here. Let us know, Nick Gamer, how do you find this tonight? Or have you watched the show before? Is this the first time? Have you been subscribing to the channel? What's going on, man? Sound like to know the answers. Sound like he might be a new customer. Think Nick Gamer's a new guy, Uncle? I never heard the name. I don't remember. Till now. I don't remember the name. But he's in there. Okay, so we got Nick Gamer. Anybody else who wants to leave a message in the chat, we're going to respond to all of them. Any sort of chat
that goes in there, we're going to respond to. We're going to engage. We must engage, Uncle. We're making engaging content. And, also, while somebody's definitely here, they seem to be, we'll put this out again. Anybody who calls this number will come on to the show. See, we use unorthodox. We don't use the weird little built-in TikTok thing to bring people on or whatever the other ones use. We use the old phones. So if you call this phone number, you will
the original phones, that is.
Mm-hmm. We do this the old way. So call 319-527-5016. You'll be on the show with us. So there you go, everybody. Open invite. Let me see if there's anybody. Let me open up the TikTok because there's a TikTok monitor. I'm going to open that up. Oh, God. What the hell is this?
They cut you out.
Well, I have to log in. I know I was logged out. Well, okay.
That's because we haven't been here so long. That's the reason.
It's okay. I don't need that. I know that we're streaming on TikTok. I can't see the monitor now. I really wanted to. I've been able to see it before. I didn't realize it was logged out.
Lay down.
Wait, I might be able to do this. Hold on. Log in with, dang it, no. Whatever. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But we are on TikTok streaming, so that's a good thing.
Are you sure we're streaming? What I just saw on the screen?
I can tell that we're doing that. I can tell that we're streaming on TikTok, but I can't pull up the live monitor.
That's the problem.
So we're on there. We're good. We're okay. I'm not even worried about it. Let me see. I'm scared to go around YouTube too much because I don't want it to make sounds. What the hell is this?
Something happened now.
I'm on this. Okay, it's not making sounds, so thank you, YouTube. Whatever. We're online, everybody. We're making a show. Here's a picture of nature. You like that colorful picture of nature, Uncle? What do you think of that one?
Nice green.
The green and purple?
Purple. Where did purple come from, though?
I made this. Look, there's another picture of nature. You like that one? All these different nature pictures.
Yeah, there's ones. Those are
you like these? Yeah, look at this. Here's another one. These are some of these are national parks. This picture it's from Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah. I like the way that this image came out. This is a fun little I got a bunch of these I use and I have in the queue on our OBS, Uncle, for when we stream. I can just, go through the different pictures. And they're really good for, I'm playing music and I want to, fade in between these. I just, there's all these cool. And they do cool. Watch what happens when I fade. The colors, I really like the way the colors mix as it fades. It does a cool thing with the colors. I think that's really cool how it does that. It's doing these fades in between these images.
Oh, that one's nice.
You like that? Yeah. This picture right here is actually just kind of down the road from where we live out here.
It is?
Yeah, this is just kind of in a wildernessy kind of area of the Inland Empire that's really rural. And it's really pretty around here and interesting. And when you put these when I do this process, this colorization process, I guess I'll call it, I think it looks real cool. And we'll do another nice fade into a photo that I took when we were in Yosemite National Park recently. This is a close-up of, some rocks and some plants at the edge of a trail. And it's pretty weird and psychedelic looking with these colors. I think it looks really cool. These are meditative images, I would say. They have a meditative quality to them. We're making relaxing, meditative content tonight, Uncle, is what this podcast is. Doing something a little different tonight. We like this? We like this format, or are we drifting too far away from Uncle the podcast here?
We're not doing much talking. We don't have that much people.
We don't.
That's the problem.
We don't have a lot of that. We have Nick Gamer. We do have Nick Gamer. The dog is in the room with us. We're live. We're live streaming. We do whatever the heck we want, honestly. I'm half tempted to do something weird. I just don't know what exactly. What weird thing I want to do. I can I guess for starters, I can take. This is the top of a shoebox, which has been in our possession for more years than is rational to do. This is the top of a shoebox.
What the heck is for?
Well, exactly. Why would anybody have a shoebox top for anything longer than when you open up your shoes and throw it away? I don't know. I'm putting something in this box. I know I've had this top for quite a while.
Oh, I know what you think. Cards?
Yeah, I put something in it. I'm going to wear the box on my head. It's kind of hard to do with the headphones, but I'm pulling it off. And this is the new show. This is what we do on the show now.
Well, he's showing himself off, trying to figure out his head. Because no one shows bald head, of course.
It's an eyesore. We're not going to do that. We're going to wear this on top of it so they don't have to see my lack of hair. Don't have any. My hair color is clear. That's what I like to say. That's on my driver's license, actually. It says hair color. It says clear. Eye color blue. I'm not going to say my date of birth. Sorry. I could. Want to know my height? No, I'm not going to say that either. Taller than average. I'm taller than average. Not that tall. I'm just taller than average. Average isn't very tall.
Oh, sure is quiet, I tell you. Like I said, I don't blame you.
You want to hear some music, Uncle? I almost called you somebody else. You want to hear some music?
You do have a caller.
We do?
We do.
Yes.
Where? Who? Oh.
Where and who? Who are these calls?
Oh, somebody's called. All right. Put him on.
Yeah.
See who he is.
Patch him through.
What's up, fellas? Are you glad the next one?
Oh, yeah. That's, is that?
This is Jimmy, Uncle.
Jimmy.
Welcome to the show.
Right. Hello, Jimmy. What's happening?
Good to have you.
Well.
I drank a Baja Mountain Dew today, so that's kind of different.
Ooh, I do like that flavor. Good choice. Baja Blast.
Blast. Yeah. Where's our drinks, by the way?
I have a water.
Do any of you guys remember when Baja Blast was only available at Taco Bell, though? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an exclusive.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so popular.
It has the Taco Bell logo on it. I bet they're getting a nickel every time for every can.
I found a few cans. 2 cans this week.
Toucan Sam.
Well, it could be co-branding, Jimmy, because it's owned by the same company. PepsiCo owns Taco Bell, so that's that, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I guess the Yum Yum brands or something.
Whatever the hell they call that. It used to be under PepsiCo, but you're right. Now it's some weird, something like that, like super delicious cowboy brand. Clearly Chinese people didn't buy it or anything, right? Okay, just saying. Anyway, forget the politics. But, yeah, Pepsi owns Taco Bell, so. And they own Mountain Dew.
Now, Aaron, I heard a guy, but the problem is I heard him on Coast to Coast, so I have no idea if this is accurate. But the way he explained it, I guess I understand finally why they keep smashing those atoms and particles. Do you want me to basically say what he said? I want to know if this makes sense to you, if this is your understanding.
You're talking about the Large Hadron Collider, that thing? But yes, I definitely want to hear it either way. If it's something else, let us know. But then let us know what the story is, Jimmy. We need to know this.
Yeah, that's the main one. I guess there are a few other. But again, this is according to a dude on Coast to Coast, so I have no idea. But the way he said it, I was like, holy crap, that almost makes sense. He claims that they keep smashing these tiny little particles. They're already teeny tiny, and they're smashing these things at near light speed. And the reason he claims they're doing it is to measure the waves that it get, the smaller broken off particles give off the waves or the frequencies, with the thought that when they finally have quantum computing, they think they'll be able to then reproduce these waves or frequencies and recreate those particles. So basically, they're trying to make the Star Trek replicators and transport machines real by doing that, as this guy claims. What do you think?
I mean, I don't quite know what they're thinking with that, but probably the way it'll end up working is whatever they can get out of their findings, they'll just, get what they take.
Yeah, see, now that's based on the concept that has been sort of elaborated on in Star Trek lore about how it's supposed to be a transfer of energy and then the reassembling of atoms based on a transporter pattern. That's the alleged science behind the science fiction, Jimmy. I don't see how that logically comports with smashing atoms together. Because that would be an organized dismantling and then reassembling on the other end, which is sort of like a fax machine. You can transfer the information, but you're going to print it on a different piece of paper. It's weird. That's why in Star Trek sometimes there are transporter clones that are created, which is a weird thing too. So I would challenge that guy if I had heard him on Coast to Coast, honestly, because I think he doesn't understand the collider, the Hadron Super Collider, which is also, the same name for Hadrian's Wall over there, which was created during the Roman Empire and is one of the most explicable and ancient structures on the planet. But also, the fact is, I don't think he understands Star Trek. So, just saying, that's my 2 cents on it. But, Aaron, do you disagree with me?
No, I mean, yeah, he's probably just making things up, but whatever. Yeah. It was based off a science fiction idea. It's an interesting idea, and it's fun. It makes a good coast-to-coast episode. So, mission accomplished. Well done. What do you say, Jimmy?
Yeah, I don't know. Once I heard the guys like, okay, well, maybe you could transport and reproduce particles like he says, but how could you make the shape that you want?
See,
unless this quantum computer that he speaks of, that as far as I know doesn't exist.
Well, we might have that. That computing technology might exist to be able to organize, something into that many sophisticated molecules. That might already exist. May not be in the public domain just yet. But that doesn't mean that you have the capability of transferring the energy or the matter, which would be necessary. It's actually more akin to like the Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. Remember the movie The Fly, Uncle? Where the guy gets the fly stuck in his stupid chamber?
Yeah, that was funny. I get a kick out of that one.
Oh, yeah.
The Fly, yeah.
Why the fly use one? Hey, where'd that fly go?
See, but Uncle, do you like the Vincent Price one, the old one, or do you like the one with Jeff Goldblum where he's Brundlefly and it's a lot more gross?
It's the first one.
First one, okay. But either way, the concept is the same because they're literally transferring all the matter, right? And so that's based on the idea there's a mistake and they mix the fly and the person together. And that makes more sense than the Star Trek transporter concept, which is, again, was created really to save money on the TV show. It wasn't about, some highfalutin science fiction concept, but it was sort of like, we don't have to film them taking a ship down from their ship to get to the planet because here's an idea. We have a magic transporter. So that was a money-saving thing at Desilu Studios, really. But the concept has now been elaborated upon by a lot of people, and there is a possibility in a quantum sense where you can duplicate a molecule or two. That's as far as we've gotten. But smashing atoms together, I don't know. It just doesn't seem – it's sort of like, I'm figuring out how to feed the world by cleaning water. Yes, you can distribute water to the rest of the world, but that's not going to give them food. If desalinization is easy. Go ahead.
Maybe a drink.
Maybe
a drink, no?
Right.
No, that's about it, though. But no
Uncle,
food.
we've got a good thing going in the chat. We've got somebody else from Twitch joined us. We have Random Rick Reviews RRR saying Space Magic, I believe, in relation to what we're talking about here. And he's dropping an image of Space Ghost now from Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Can we get some of these people on the phone?
We need Space Ghost to come back. I wish Space Ghost would call in, but we do have Jimmy is the only person who has called in. 319-527-5016 if you guys can hear me. 319-527-5016. Maybe ask your YouTube chat if they can hear me, by the way, Aaron. Sometimes they can't.
Yeah, they should be able to. I see the bars moving. So if you can't hear our producer Chuck, let us know. But I think that all is well, because honestly, whenever that happens, it's because I pulled the digital knob down on you, the digital slider knob. But right now it's all the way up, so we should be good. Good to have Rick here. Good to have Nick here. Nick and Rick. We got Nick and Rick. I just realized that. There's a
rhyme.
Nick and Rick and roll, baby. How's that? Instead of a Rick roll, we got a Nick Rick roll. How about that?
Sounds like something you order at a sushi restaurant.
That's what Nick Rick roll. We give you sorry.
It's the house special, the Nick Rick roll. That's great. It's got a imitation crab in it. I hope you like that. Because it's in there. And we got somebody else.
Sorry, as Eddie Murphy once said, make special wonton soup for him. Anyways.
I heard that one.
Now we're getting a lot of people roll in from the chat. Maybe we're eliciting this, but this is good. It's great to have you all. We have Ken Vasquez 548. Yeah, we can hear him. Okay, good. Excellent. I remember Ken has been here before. Thank you for coming back. We've got Rick Reviews 1. Oh, now he's over. Rick Reviews was at Twitch. Now he's over at YouTube. All you guys over here too. Yeah, we are. Well, so thank you for bumping from one platform to the other there, Rick. That's pretty exciting.
Yes, and we also have an almost abandoned chat room at Ochelli.com because people didn't anticipate you guys coming live, but I'm in the chat room at Ochelli.com, where if you go and you press listen live and chat, you can go there and press the link and go straight to the Chatango channel, which is open. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, that's the end of me talking.
No, that's good. Yes, we've got lots of chats. We got lots of action in the chat. We've got Jimmy on the line as a caller. Anybody else is welcome to call in. If anyone in the chat would like to call this number, that's how you come on to the show. We don't use any of the, as I was saying before, like the internal things through the app to bring people on. You just call in. So use a phone, call 319-527-5016. You can talk to us. But yeah, it's great. I appreciate the messages in the chat. That's exciting. Uncle, there's people here. There's people with the show.
Well, at least they know we're back to live.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I want here. People back to live, knowing that we're still here, not lost.
Yeah.
Just was busy a couple of times. We couldn't get on.
Yep.
And
it's exciting.
These guys.
It's great. Yeah, it's great having people out there. It's fun. It's fun doing this show. In case you guys weren't here before, look at these meditative images. Look at these meditative images of nature. And look what happens when I fade between them. Now that I know the audience is there, I'm going to really make sure that I bore people because I know that I know
look
that
at that one. That's like Chilwalk. Look at Chilwalk. What about that Chilwalk? That red one. Back up the red one.
You want to go to a red one? Let me see.
That one that was just...
Here's one with red in it.
No, the one before.
Well, this one's red too, though. Look at this. You know what this is. This is Landers.
Phase Shifter. Yeah. Phase Shifter in the Ochelli chat room wants you to know that he's listening to you on his porch right now. So there you go. On the porch listening, Aaron, is exactly the message at Ochelli.com in the chat room we have live, which now has 5 people in it. So come and join us if you want.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. We're bringing the people in, Uncle.
At least we're bringing them back. They know we haven't been gone for a while.
Back at it, everybody. It's like we were never gone. And that's here. Rick Reviews is there. He's saying, wow, a call-in like old public access TV. Pretty cool. Yeah, it is very much like that. I had an access TV show in Columbus, Ohio back around the year 2000. So
you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
So I like that old stuff. I like old video, and we love phones here. So we use them, and if you want to call, you can, and you'll be on the show.
Aaron, I have a weird question for you. I also have another chat response over here. I'm not going to read all the chats, but I wanted to let people know it's becoming active and live over here. But a question for you, because I know you've watched other public access shows, and I enjoyed a great many of them in the New York and New Jersey area, and I was even a guest on some shows, public access and otherwise, but, as a musician mainly.
Oh, man.
But the thing is, did you have a favorite public access show, or did Uncle have a favorite public access show that they enjoyed anywhere in the country? Because you guys have lived in different places. So I was just curious, was there a public access show you probably figured the rest of the world never heard of, but was really cool as far as you were concerned?
Well, I will go with one of the locals in Columbus that everybody in Columbus knew this guy. But if you're outside of Columbus, you might have seen him. He was a guest on Sally Jesse Raphael like 1 or 2 times.
Nice.
But his show was the Damon Zex show. He goes by Damon Zex. Of course, that's like a persona he made. He's like this goth guy. He's this little dude that wears white and black makeup, almost like black metal, but not really, but that kind of style,
I got you. And a very goth sort of guy. Real quick, Random Death Meddler wants you to know that he's listening to you driving home from work on the freeway, he says. So he's in Cali driving home on the freeway listening. Also, you know what? Remember the Family Guy episode where they did public access TV stuff? And, Peter and Lois went on the big Kiss fan thing. Did you ever see that one?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I haven't seen a lot of those shows.
Well, what's hilarious to me is a lot of people don't know this, and I don't know how any of the writers, one of the writers must have lived in New York for a while, because there was a guy that would run the Kiss fan public access show where people called in and you just talked about Kiss, right? Then immediately after that, he had the next half hour booked, and guess what? He ran the Battlestar Galactica show also on New York public access.
Oh, no.
And the only place I've ever seen that outside of literally watching it in New York City was I saw it on Family Guy where he's like, okay, we're done with the Kiss hour. And then he stuck on the Cylon helmet, like the 70s Cylon helmet, which is exactly what that guy would do on that show. So somebody saw that show and wrote for Family Guy and drew that. I don't know who. I'm just saying I know it had to be. My favorite was something called Runaway TV, which always had like crazy stuff that happened locally that the local news didn't carry, and a local band. So they would do both things in their half hour. 15 minutes of crazy news, 15 minutes of these guys are playing a club next Saturday. And some band you never heard of, and they're sitting there. Sometimes they were kids, sometimes they were old dudes, sometimes they were a cover band at a bar. It didn't matter. Local musician and crazy news. Runaway TV in New Jersey. Anyway, and just a side note, there was a channel which was supposed to be, because New York had multiple public access channels, large city. There also was a channel that after, I think, 10 o'clock at night, either 8 to 10 o'clock at night, somewhere in there, it went away from the fan shows, the cooking shows, all this, self-driven crap with people's crappy cameras. And then all of a sudden became the pornography show until the end of the freaking night. And it was all about the dirty bookstores, the strippers, TV shows on there. And the most famous character to come out of there was the guy who owned Screw Magazine and Robin Bird. If anybody's ever heard of those two people, they got some national prominence and all. But it was like porno actors and strippers and dirty bookstores and 900 number advertisements all night long. It was called Channel J. So anyway, that is the most remarkable public access stuff I've ever seen. Just so you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, cable access is great. And I see that Rick is in the chat again. He's saying that I am originally from Indiana, a fellow Midwesterner, and we had Sammy Terry. So Sammy Terry was an Indiana cable access creator. That name sounds familiar, but off the top of my head, I don't know what the Sammy's show was. I bet it was cool. So, yeah, I mean, cable access is great. I believe there's still some cable access channels out there, but it's not the same. It's almost an unnecessary thing with all these like weird social media things these days. You just use that instead.
Nowadays people digitally plug into their computer. They can do the public access, easily from their own homes. Yeah. But back then, a lot of times you had to go to a studio, which was in the middle of some crazy place. Like one time I went to an apartment complex and there was like an abandoned looking basement in Nutley, New Jersey. And this is where they did a lot of the public access stuff and also filmed something called the Uncle Floyd Show. I'll bet you that Uncle knows the Uncle Floyd Show because I was on something called Video Spotlight, which shared studio space with these guys in Nutley, New Jersey for the New Jersey Network. You remember Uncle Floyd, don't you, Uncle?
I remember the name, yeah.
Well, he was like
is familiar.
Yeah, he was like a goofy guy who wore a plaid, always wore like a plaid suit jacket and like a hat. Right. That's Uncle Floyd. You remember him, right?
Yeah.
I
remember that guy. He was actually he was funny.
Was he? A funny man?
He was a funny guy, and he had weird local people on all the time, and occasionally like B, C, and D-list celebrities. But the funny thing about Uncle Floyd is that in the region, the guy became so popular that at one time they said he was the most watched public access show in the country. So it was so big that people were like sending tapes to other states so you could watch Uncle Floyd instead of New Jersey and New York only getting them.
Yeah, himself, to show himself on the screen instead of, what you just said.
All right. And then apparently Sammy Terry, we're getting more on that from Rick. He's saying that he was Sammy Terry was more just like on a local channel. He was a ghoul who hosted scary movies on Friday nights. Okay, so that's the local channels are separate to cable access, but there's also some weird like low budget productions that only people in those areas know of that I find kind of fascinating as well. Like I think back of living in central Pennsylvania, there's some weird stuff on the local channels there. So that's fun too. So
and a lot of these still existing independent channels, right, that only have enough money to run stuff that that's syndicated from the 60s and 70s. Like they literally run the Brady Bunch every day. They literally run the Flintstones in their original form every day, right? Like those channels, sometimes they have hosts. And they're always some knockoff of either Elvira or, some creepy ghoulie. It's time for the creepy ghoulie movie, with Malice Cooper, and stuff like that. And it's just always wacky. It's like, or they have a Crypt Keeper puppet or whatever, but it's not a Crypt Keeper puppet because they would get slapped with a suit for, copyright. But
I've always liked that. When it was a Saturday night, lady was talking, and there were goofy shows about it. It was a lady.
Are you talking about Elvira?
Elvira. Yeah,
Mistress of the Dark.
That's one I liked her.
Yeah, and sadly she was a ripoff of a lady named Vampira. Vampira came before Elvira, but she was already all washed up, and they did basically the same thing with the cleavage and all, except in the 60s cleavage versus the 70s and 80s cleavage. But other than that, that's what they did the same thing. Vampira ended up working with Ed Wood. You know that name, Aaron. I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, the director.
Yeah. So just like what do you call it? The old guy who died. What was it? No, not Karloff. The other guy. Not Boris Karloff.
Vincent Price again?
No, not Vincent Price. This would be
from horror?
Yeah, he wound up doing his last movie was technically with Ed Wood.
I can't think of who.
He was the guy who always played a vampire. He's slipping my mind right now. The name.
It's not Boris Karloff?
No, Boris Karloff was always Frankenstein. He was known for that.
Oh, yeah, Frankenstein. I remember that.
Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi.
Of course.
Yeah, Bela Lugosi.
So his last movie technically is with Ed Wood.
Right.
Anyway, Vampira worked with all that mess and had a career that went down the toilet. Elvira became a celebrity for a while, Elvira, remember?
Right, yeah.
Elvira has done quite a few things. I think Pee Wee Herman was buddies with her, and she was in the Pee Wee's Big Adventure movie.
She was?
I'm fairly certain I recall her having her own movie, too, Aaron.
Yes, they made an Elvira movie.
They made a movie, and every time she was on, they had to show a show. Mm-hmm. And after the show was over, she came back on. Yeah. Now, it's something like that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that and she talked during the breaks where she'd be like, ooh, that's giving me a big chill. Ooh, we'll be back in a minute. You know, that's what she did.
Corny, very silly. Yes.
A corny person that just like for the Halloween system.
Rick is saying that Elvira still looks good for her age. That's what Rick is saying.
Yes, that's actually a topic of discussion. Thank you, Rick. You're correct. There are people still saying as old as she is, still looking good. Yeah.
Oh,
and there was a reason she was host, so it's not. And as Rick said, there were 2 reasons to watch Hellfire.
Yes, there were.
Matter of fact, is that on anymore? Since we got this music on here,
I'll bet you can watch the old shows online somewhere. They gotta have them somewhere, but it might even be on the streaming platform somewhere.
Streaming. I haven't seen any of that streaming.
Rick was also saying something about the guy that plays Count Dooku, Chris something. He says, I'm not sure. Is that when we were talking about Bela Lugosi and all that? He was mentioning him. I don't know. But horror shows, weird local shows. Yeah. This is like a cable access show. And if anybody does want to call in, you still can. We do have a few minutes left, so you could call in 319-527-5016. Here's our very cool graphic for that. You may call in. It's great. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Man, I'm really excited and surprised that there's so many people out there listening. Uncle, isn't this wonderful?
Very good. No, we still got the outside United States ones?
Yeah, I'll check that for you directly in real time right now. Okay? I will do that right now.
We're going to get the results of our international
callers. I'm interested in them because they know.
I got you. Also, no change in the score of the show you wanted me to check on, or the game, excuse me. Right now, our only international listener is, guess where? Germany. So
Germany.
Back in Germany again, Uncle.
Wow.
Back in the pub.
That pub is very good.
It's a lively place.
I would have liked to see that.
It's very curious.
Sometime to go to see that someday.
So many questions pop up when you realize that they're playing the Ochelli Radio Network as much as they do.
I mean, they're the only ones that I know of that's in a bar that says that's leaving listening to me speaking.
Yeah, they definitely listen to you. There's no doubt about it. So, yeah, I hope you all are enjoying the strange shows in English. That I wonder if it's the whole bar listening. If they have it on, like, the back room or, like, again, here's these questions that we have when we know that that's what's happening. But I don't know. It's fun. Chuck, did you ever get in contact with the people at that bar? Did you ever get a hold of any of them?
I made several attempts, and I've only gotten messages back from people that have been in the bar, not the ownership or the manager or none of it.
Okay. What'd they say? That it plays on like some sort of thing that everybody can hear?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah. Instead of the TV audio, they leave the TV. There's TVs there. And so there's TV pictures going on, and then on the speakers throughout the place, you'll hear the Ochelli.com radio network sometimes.
That's so weird.
Well, I had them hooked up pretty good when we started this.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So, that wasn't that good.
You never, when you make stuff like this, you never know where it's going to end up. So that's
the truth.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting. So thank you, German Pub, for being there for so long. Thank you to all the listeners listening. Thank you to the chatters chatting.
Thank you, Jimmy, for the call-in, if he's there.
Yeah, Jimmy's still there, I think.
Is he? Mm-hmm. Uncle, do you want to ask Jim anything right now, Uncle?
So, hurry up been up to these days up there, Jimmy?
Well, I'm sick a couple weeks now.
Oh, I know. I heard that. Any other news in your state going on?
Nah, Michigan's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Boring up in Michigan. Okay, so there's the Michigan update for us. Uncle, live from Jimmy James.
Well, Jimmy, I know the Tigers have to be doing better than the Mets, but how are the Tigers doing this year?
Oh, yeah. How are the
Tigers.
They've beaten.
No, they ain't going nowhere.
Okay, so they can hang out with the Mets then in a couple of months. All right, gotcha.
They should go to the bar in Germany and hang out together is what they should do.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, try to go there.
Why not?
And see what happens.
No, I heard that the Scottish soccer hooligans that came in for the World Cup, they went to Boston to drink up all the booze.
Oh,
and all the Boston people were all mad. Is that true?
No, that is hilarious.
Soccer hooligans drank up all the booze. I can't even get a beer.
Okay, you know how that started? Uncle's gonna love this. The soccer fans, right? They went to Boston in that area, and they went to do some event. And then afterwards, somehow a bunch of them, and I mean a serious bunch of them, got tickets to a Red Sox game. And they showed up there, made their presence known, and practically drank the place out of beer.
I can't. That's funny. That is funny. I get a kick out of that.
But then the Scottish, it gets better. Then the Scottish guys left and continued on with their like their bar crawl across Boston, which is hilarious. They went to a soccer game. They probably never seen a baseball game. Somehow they got in on that. And then they did a crawl across Boston and apparently leaving empty booze places in their path. I mean, like, seriously, it was like it was like drunken Scottish pirates in Boston. Right, Jimmy?
That sounds like funny.
Yeah, and a side story is one of the things I was good doing that thing, Chuck. The Japanese tourists keep following them to pick up their trash.
Yeah.
They keep following the Scottish and keep picking up the trash. The Japanese soccer hooligans are opposite. They're not hooligans.
They pick up trash.
Help it out.
No, the Japanese guys want to clean up after themselves, help out the other fans. They're like nice guys. The Scottish guys are like, let's just get drunk and throw crap everywhere, which is hilarious. You're right. It's so funny. You're right. I forgot about that part, Jimmy. You're right.
If we ever gone to one of those games and seen that, we'd probably laugh our heads off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a big to-do. People travel
people go nuts up there, crazy stuff. Yeah. Hey, there was one of these commercials about one, and he said, you know where the ostriches are? And he had to find them because he was so strange because he's screaming so.
Lots of interesting ads running during the World Cup. The big soccer players that everybody know in the U.S., they're cashing in on it because they're on like every other advertisement. There's either David Beckham, Lionel Messi, or that new American star. He's in a few of the commercials, but those guys, especially Beckham and Messi, are in everything. But
and Messi, just for the record, is now huge in sports trading cards. All of his prices have gone up by a factor of 10. Oh, wow. So Messi is huge right now. And, Uncle, just so you know, that game that you wanted me to watch is at halftime, and right now the score is Paraguay 1, Turkey 0.
Okay.
It's okay. That's halftime. That's okay.
Okay, that's good.
That's okay. Stay at that. And they get better and they try to get a score. I hope Turkey does.
We have Ken back in the chat, and he's asking how many more bars need to stream the Ochelli audio feed so Chuck can get some good ad revenue from it. And he's suggesting, why can't we all just leave the stream on with 1 or 2% audio and leave it on the whole week? So there we go. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Listen, I would.
There's some crazy stuff.
I would love it if it was that simple, but the fact is, I own my stream and I charge no one for the stream. It is completely free. So sorry, the only people that charge anything are the people that are taking my radio stream and running it through their radio apps. Those people might charge, but it is free at all times on every platform I can keep it on. If you want to contribute, you can do that, but that would require direct contribution. Also, if you download the podcasts afterwards, a fraction of a penny comes to me for, every 10 of them or something. But whatever it is, I appreciate any help I can get. So leaving the stream on does me no good, except it spreads around the name, which is good. And look, share the show. Tell a friend. Put it on your social media. That will be more helpful to me than anything. And if not, you got a couple of dollars, you should kick it to the independent media so they remain independent. Help out Aaron. Help out me. Help out any independent media guy that gives you something of value. Give him some value or her some value for the value they give you. Whether that's Aaron or me, you buy Aaron's book, which, by the way, somebody stole your book again. I want you to know that at the flea market. Yeah. That's like the third time. No, that's the third time I've had Aaron's book stolen when I'm down to my last copy. And I don't know why that keeps happening. So I have none of your books.
I kind of like the idea that somebody actually wants it at all. So to me, that's kind of good that somebody looks at it like, oh, I want that.
I used to take that attitude when people stole my tapes. When I used to run around selling demo tapes as a local musician, where it was like, well, at least they thought that it was valuable enough to steal. But same time, it kind of sucks because you don't get paid. But either way, I got you. But I just want to remind people that they can contribute at theageoftransitions.com. They can go over to Ochelli.com. There are some options. And I have a Cash App, which, by the way, guess what? Is just $, the Ochelli Effect. That's who I am on Cash App, and that's the only functional anything I have. It goes directly to me. But look, support the independent media that has provided you value. Give them value for value. And if you contribute at theageoftransitions.com or you buy a book, you're also helping out the Uncle podcast, just so you know. Okay, so there you have it, Aaron. I just gave you a little ad.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Jack. Yeah. And we're here at the end of the show, so we're going to have to go to shout-outs. I suppose we're going to have to go over to Jimmy. Isn't that right, Uncle?
Yeah.
For shout-outs?
At the Jimmy's time.
All right, Jimmy, who you got for shout-outs tonight? I think maybe Jimmy isn't there anymore.
Oh yeah. I took me a minute to hit my button, but apparently Jimmy did hang up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Jimmy, for being on the show. We're glad to have you as always. Thank you for calling in. I guess we'll take it away with shout-outs. Uncle, who do we need to have do a shout-out here?
You can.
Me? Okay. Well, I'll shout out everybody who showed up. We have Phase Shifter in the Ochelli chat listening on his porch. We've got Random Death Meddler in his car listening to this. We had all of the interesting people in the chat. We had Nick Gamer. We had Rick. We had Ken. And I feel, am I missing anybody? We had so many people in the chat tonight.
Well, proper respect, though. That was like Rick Reviewer or Reviewer Rick was his full name, right?
So it's Rick Reviews 1.
Rick Reviews 1. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Shout out to you. He showed up as Random Rick Reviews, RRR, in Twitch. Then he popped over on YouTube as Rick Reviews 1. So shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Nick Gamer 2693. Ken Vasquez 548 on YouTube. So shout out to all you guys. Thank you a lot. You make this show worth doing. Uncle, who's next for shout outs?
Chuck, you want to?
You want to shout out, Chuck?
No, I'm good. I pretty much did what I did. Like I say, support your independent media. If they provide you value, give them some value. That's it. That's my total shout out.
Okay, then.
Time for you, Uncle.
Shout out is now with guys, we'll be back. All right. Well, we're going to get the sidekick here organized to get going on the Fridays to start keep moving the gun on this. And hopefully everybody that have been listening and the neighbors that I have around me and in my neighborhood hope they listen too.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Now, we're going to be back, but it's not going to be next week. We won't be here next week, so you're going to have to wait.
What do you mean? Where are we going?
We're not going to be here, Uncle. But we will be back soon, we promise. So stay tuned. Don't touch the dial, all that stuff. But we can't be here next week. But we will be back soon, we promise. We're not done yet, as crazy as it seems. But Uncle, UncleThePodcast.com is our website. At Uncle the Podcast on the social media. It's Uncle the Podcast on TikTak. Why don't you bring us home for the week, Uncle?
The 403 episode. There we go.